Today, Precarious plays Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Uh-oh. Did I miss one? Because it looks like there are 5 points where you can scan this creature. Shielded head module. I'm gonna be real upset if I missed one. Okay, but it said something about Sonic. Okay, I see.
Well, anyways, I got to see her running around and doing the opposite of what, like the inverse of what we did in that class, and it made me really, really happy to just watch. And I'm like, I had dreamed about doing that, about going and just trying to see how well the architecture would match up. Mm-hmm. It's like, yep, I was here, and this is where the button is, and this is where they hid the artifact, and this is where the key goes, and this is where that hay pile was. You know, just, delightful. Anyways, I got off topic. Yeah, back to Oates, aka Oath, aka Cones of Dunshire, aka a game I like very much but do not know how to describe and have not played nearly enough to really, really explain why I like it. I see a lot of potential in it, because my favorite thing about playing games together is the table talk that happens, all of the in-betweens, even if they're not canon, like the in-between hypotheticals of like, well, if we did this, this would happen. Like when we were playing the tutorial game and some of the denizens, which the simpler way to describe the denizens is like the people who inhabit the places that be. I don't know. It's more complicated than that, but it's people and groups of people that inhabit places. So some of the denizens were like very clearly not nice evil bads. Like they looked sinister and had very sinister effects. And
like a small favor. It's just a little devil.
And how you play the game, it can affect how the game... It's sort of a a low-key legacy game where every time you play the game through, it changes the nature of the game because you take things in and... or you take things out and leave things in according to a series of rules based on events. So like the next time we play, I think I'm supposed to be the Chancellor, right?
Yeah.
Because I won. Which
Yes.
means that I will be the one with the most power trying to keep the power
Yes.
in the realm. And everyone else will be trying to either get with me to be my vassal.
Yeah.
Not vassal.
Vassal is fine.
Citizen.
It's a citizen of the empire.
To be my professional ass kisser. Or beat me down, so everybody's gonna come after me. And I have like...
Well, actually, I mean, no, the goal is really always to pull a fast one on you, because you either... The reason why you become a citizen is so you can sneakily achieve the inheritor role.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You unlock a win condition that requires you to be a professional ass kisser, but then at the very last minute you can kill your dad or whatever. You see what I'm talking about? Like, this is not at all in the rules. There is no dad, okay? there is no dad. It just lends itself well to like certain tropes that, you know, like you've come across in fiction.
Can I share one of my favorite little stories from learning the rules?
Yes, I would love to hear it.
It achieved sort of like peak, what are they called? Designer board game territory.
Yeah.
It achieved that peak Cones of Dunshire feeling whenever you read the rules and it's like... And I can't say it without adopting like a silly, mischievous tone, like a mad wizard, like a mad hedge wizard, right?
Okay.
You earn favor by spending secrets. You earn secrets by spending favor.
I know, that is some shit.
But then once you see it in play, it's like, oh no, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it does,
whenever you just say it like that, it's like, okay, so it's recursive and it's impossible to break into the market. Got it. Thanks, rules.
It's like,
I'm gonna go play a different game.
my favorite example of this type of pretentiousness actually making sense, but in real life, is having a meeting about the meeting where you're going to plan the meeting. Okay? I'm 3 meetings deep in this, you know? Like, I have done that. I have had a meeting about planning the meeting where we're going to plan the meeting. Okay, so you have a meeting, like a quick call to plan the meeting, as in the, collaborative, more full discussion where you're going to plan a get-together of some kind that is more public facing. That is a pretty typical 3 meetings deep occurrence. And sometimes that first, like that initial meeting about the meeting can be an email instead. But you at least have to go 2 meetings deep if your secondary meeting is meaty enough. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! Yeah. Did I do it? Did I do it? Nope. Didn't do it.
This is such a weird boss. I like how, I don't know, I'm not playing it, but visually I'm enjoying myself. You seem to be in pain, but not that much pain.
No,
You're only down 1 energy tank.
I'm having a good time, except right now because I'm not 100% sure. It has the same texture. Like, this is I think a very good example of having a bunch of stuff from throughout, like, a lot of different elements have been building up to this boss, right? Because if you'll notice, its head is like the same material as the little orbs that you could connect to before.
Yeah.
But I'm having trouble,
I know we don't
sort of clinging on to it now.
Yeah, I know we don't usually cut in the middle of boss fights, but we have gone 2 episodes long on this one right now.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that we can probably, because it's a really long boss fight, so I think we can split it up in post.
And I want to talk more about Oath, because there's just something that I grapple with. Anyway. I think one of the things that makes Oath so enjoyable for me, and it is very intense to play, like time intensive, right? But I still want to play it because I have read and I have consumed so much fantasy in all formats. I think that it is more enjoyable the more fiction you have gotten to enjoy in your life. Because every time something happens, it reminds me of like 18 other things that I have come across. And then I wonder, ooh, will it be like this? Or will it be like that? And I remember I liked this story better, so maybe it would be fun to try to shift it over to this type of plot line. And it reminds me of this story that I was not happy with the resolution or the character's action in this case, so I'm going to take the opposite action. So I'm like constantly being motivated by storylines that mash together in my head from especially different books that I've read that I don't even fully remember anymore. And it's delightful. Oh.
Oh, that's where you get that. I thought it was the other thing we're missing.
What is it?
The ultimate beam. Maybe, no, not in the whole franchise, but I think it might be one of the ultimate beams that you have access to in standard gameplay. I mean, just look at the name.
So you are now a swirling ball of light and electricity that shoots unreality?
It is
De-existence?
the Annihilator Beam uses a unit of dark and a unit of light energy with every shot. So it feels like it's some sort of matter, antimatter that are kept separate that interact on contact whenever they hit their target. Some sort of like plasma sheath deteriorates, you know?